Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I am here with another one of my wild and crazy April layouts. I've got a bunch of hip kit stuff that are leftover bits and these three pictures from Instagram of three of the cast members from Heartstopper, which is my favorite show. And I decided that I would print these pictures and document these with a bunch of different stash from like Hip and Humble, The Stories We Tell, and Wildflowers, which is the three different collections I think that I use. The scraps could be from anything because they're like branding strips and stuff that I don't necessarily, they're not all kept together anymore because it's just now branding strips and little scraps of paper. So I've got my papers, my embellishments, my scraps, and my pictures. So let's see how this goes. So I kind of went into this thinking I was going to do like this rainbow shooting out from the bottom of the pictures, and I was going to put these in story order on the layout. And I do like this concept, but I really wanted to use those branding strips. I'd pulled out rainbow styled branding strips and I really wanted to use those. So I was trying to figure out how to do that when the paper I was wanting to use was also rainbow. So I just pulled the branding strips out and built them up in rainbow order. And I just made them tall enough to where the pictures could be matted on here, and decided originally I was going to mat them with a thin border and then back mat a double mat with black, and changed my mind. This is what happens when I let my brain and my heart just kind of lead the way. I don't have any plan as I'm going, and it could end up completely crazy or it could end up absolutely fabulous. And this layout actually ended up pretty close to fabulous. I love the way that it turned out, and that makes me happy because that doesn't always happen. Sometimes when I do these random layouts, I end up like not chunking them completely, but kind of like redoing them. So I have matted the middle picture in black so it would kind of have a definition in between. And then of course I have all these little branding strips on the other one, and I am going to trim those a little bit. But right now I've trimmed a piece of that rainbow paper that I had before, and I just cut like a 3-inch strip. And then I just took my Cutter Bee scissors and cut each of the colors, separated them, except I made sure they stayed together at the top and just cut like about halfway or a little less up so that I could have some definition. And then I took my finger, kind of like you do with ribbon, I took my finger down the paper so it would kind of curve up, and then moved on to laying out my pictures. And so the black background you can't see very well on that middle picture, but that's okay. And then that has the rainbow pieces shooting out on the side, and I do love that. And then I took the every other color strip down at the bottom and just rolled it up, and I love the way that looks. And then I just started pulling embellishments and kind of color matching. I'm going to tuck a few of these little flowers up here at the top, but other than that, everything I put down at the bottom is mostly color coordinating and doing color on color. I've got like this little bit that says feel good. I think it says, I can't tell exactly what it says because it's in cursive, but the little tag at the top says happy days. Thought that was super fitting of these pictures. There's a little tag that I put down in the pinky purple that says spring dreams, living big, photo buffet, making waves, woke up to a good life, things like that. All of them are kind of in their color zones. They may not be exactly, but they're, pretty much right there in the color. I've got some flowers on there and things like that. So the title I decided to use was Life is Sweet. The very first picture on the left is the Instagram post that Kit Connor posted, and him and the guy in the middle is Joe Locke, and the guy on the right is Toby Donovan, and all three of them were in Heartstopper, or are in Heartstopper together, and they're very good friends. Like the whole cast is really good friends, and I love that relationship that they all have. It's just really cool, and because I love the show so much, I, of course, love the characters and the actors and everything. And I just really, really can appreciate the friendships that they have. And so the one in the middle, Joe Locke, is on Broadway in Sweeney Todd. And so Kit and Toby came to New York to see him. as have a lot of the other cast. And so they took these pictures, and all three of them posted them on their Instagram story and had something different to say. And I just thought that it was really cute. And that's why I put like a thing up here that says everything I need to know is in this photo dump. And it really just shows their friendship and how supportive they are of each other and how much they care about each other. And I just thought that was kind of cool. And I have a scrapbook for Heartstopper, so I figured that I would go ahead and document these pictures because I thought they were fun. Plus, it's got like their little Instagram tags at the top and everything, so you know who posted them and, you know, anyway. So I do love the way this turned out, and all the little bits and pieces that I was able to add. Where I rolled those papers at the bottom, I've tucked little leafy bits that are pretty much color matching that area and have those kind of sticking out at the bottom. And I do love the way that turned out. And then I finished it off with a little rainbow heart in the bottom, and that made me super happy. So, I hope that you enjoyed this kind of crazy, wild layout. I would love it if you did, or loved this video, if you'd give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you have any questions or comments, I would love to hear them in the comment section. I hope y'all have a great day. I hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love, and happy scrapping.